Welcome to the Sufficiently Covered podcast, the room where grace is extended, love covers, faith is strengthened, and hope is established. I am your host, Trinisha LaShawn. I am a faith-based author and the CEO of Sufficiently Covered. I believe that every person deserves to know that they are loved, cherished, treasured, and valuable. So whatever your walk of life currently is, know that no matter your circumstances, God loves you and His grace is sufficient for you. You, my friend, are sufficiently covered. So come on in the room. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Sufficiently Covered Room. I am your host, Trinisha LaShawn, and I thank you for joining me for another episode. So today, I think we're going to talk about the mindset. Our mindsets dictate a lot of what happens in our lives. We may not really be aware of it, but it's an actual fact. You know what we think about, we bring about. So if you're constantly thinking about negative things, negativity is going to always come your way. If you're seeing the world through negative eyes, that's it for you. That's all you're going to see, and that's what you're going to draw to you because that's what you're thinking about. Me, on the other hand, I have a real problem of seeing the world through rainbow colored eyes. Sunshine and rainbows is what I see at all times. There are times when I see the negative, but I choose to see the sunshine and rainbows. That's the thing that I've coined myself. I always see the sunshine, the rainbows, the laughter, the love. That's sometimes it doesn't work well. It doesn't go over well for me because I have a tendency to overlook what's being shown to me and to see what I want to see. And then it also sometimes has me to, in the past, it's had me to kind of change a little bit of who I am to fit in with those people because I'm seeing the sunshine and rainbow. So it's not always a good thing. But what I'm saying is that I have a tendency to see the world in a positive manner before I see the negative. And more often than not, that it helps to impact my life positively. And that can help with you the same way. Now, I'm not saying don't be like me, y'all. Just look. My sunshine and rainbow view, it is not for everyone. It is not. It's not. But I wouldn't change who I am. I am working, and I am in the process of changing some things. But my view of the world, no, because I have learned, especially in my ministry in the church that I'm in, we're being taught about the mindset. Like, we're in a season of being taught, and the Lord is really speaking to us through our leaders about our mindset and how to change our mind, how to change our thinking to affect ourselves, to affect our lives in a positive manner. I mean, just think about it this way. If you focus on positive, if you focus on the positives that are in your life, if you pay attention to that, the more you focus on the positive things that are in your life, the more positive things come to you. And then the more you focus on those negative things, the more negative things come to you. And for some people, it's a natural thing. It just comes naturally to naturally gravitate towards the positive. And then there are some people that just naturally gravitate toward the negative. And those people that naturally gravitate toward the negative, because that was me sometimes, every now and then I will graduate to the negative, y'all, because hey, I'm human, life happens. But when we get into that mode, we have to force ourselves to make a conscious decision to say, hey, I know that this is what's going on right now. This is what I see. But instead of focusing on this problem, I'm going to focus on the solution and the outcome, because the solution and the outcome is going to be more positive than what I'm going through, than what I'm currently enduring. There's a saying that says, let me think. We're going through the storm. Yes, you're going through a storm, but you're not staying in it. It's something like that. I can't think right now, and I'm not going to stop this. I'm just going to keep going because, hey, again, I'm human. If y'all are on this episode, I'm pretty sure you've heard the rest of them. You've known me by now. I make mistakes, and we're going to just keep rolling with it. But the fact of the matter is, storms come, storms go. Storms do not last. You go through a storm. So on the other side, there's sunshine and rainbows. You may see dark and stormy clouds all around you. You may be going through a tsunami, or you may be going through a hurricane, a tornado, whatever the case may be, whatever your problem is right now. But you are going through it. You're not going to stay there unless you just choose to just stay in a storm and just allow things to just keep piling and keep piling and keep piling on top of you. Or you make the conscious decision to, you know what, I'm going to get through this, and I'm going to grow through this, and I'm going to be on the other side where the sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the rainbow is in the sky. There I go with those sunshine and rainbows. But you have to make a conscious decision to say, hey, this isn't my portion. Being negative, seeing the negative, dwelling on the negative is not my portion. You know, negativity causes sickness, right? I'm sorry, I'm probably going to be all over the place today just because these are thoughts that's coming in as I'm speaking, and I just have to release it. But being negative, staying in a negative, that can cause sickness to your body. I mean, why would you want to just... I just really don't understand some people. They just want to see the negative before they see the good. Or if you give someone a compliment and then they come back and say, oh, well, they come back with something negative. I do that a lot. And I really have to learn to stop doing that. Like if someone compliments me, I will say thank you, but then I will say something negative right behind it. And I'm learning to catch that. And I think a lot of us are guilty of doing the same thing. Like we receive the compliment, but then at the same time, we find something negative in that compliment, not coming from that person that gave us a compliment, but from our own selves. Why do we do that? It's a mindset thing. I have on my desk where I record at, around my microphone, I ordered myself this really nice crown from Amazon because I love crowns. But this one, it's really heavy, and I have it sitting around my microphone because at my desk is where I sit at the most, is where I spend the most of my time. And it's my reminder that I am royalty. It's my reminder that I am the daughter of a king. It's my reminder that everything that I do on this earth is for a purpose. And it's my reminder that when I leave this earth and am able to go to heaven, I will receive my eternal crown. So this crown here is just a reminder of me doing what I'm supposed to do in this earth, on this earth, however you choose to say it. But we have to have something. We have to remind ourselves that, there is greater purpose. Again, this is probably a repeated message because I choose to remind you all as much as I can that you have greater purpose. That's what this podcast is about, encouraging you. It's about encouraging you and lifting you up and reminding you that you have purpose, and also that you are loved, and also that you are cared for, and also that you are worthy. Okay, so don't ever forget that. So back to the mindset. So changing our mindset could prove to be difficult just depending on what false teachings you have been taught and what you have been holding on to and what is just embedded in your spirit. And also, how much or how willing you are to start the process of changing your mindset. Because you change your mind, you change your life. You change your mind, you change your life. Change your mindset, you change your life. You change your mindset, you will change your life. And again, I'm learning to really tap into that because there are areas in my life that needed a whole overhaul of a mindset change because things that had been falsely indoctrinated had to have been broken down so that I could really see. And you are in a ministry that is helping you to change the way you think. It's helping you to seek God the more. It's helping you to get a relationship with God so that you can get a mindset shift. We're all about shifting the mindsets because we're supposed to have a better life. We're supposed to have a prosperous life. We're supposed to obtain everything that God has for us. He's already released everything to us. We just have to obtain it. And sometimes we're not in the position to receive it because of our mindsets. We could be doing everything that we think to be right, but our mindset is not aligned with the will of God. And let me ask you this and give you this question to ponder on. The things that you are doing in your life, like your goals and your aspirations, what is the reason behind them? What is your why? You know, I was in multiple direct sales companies. I tried different direct sale companies, and pretty much all of them, the question is, what's your why? Why are you doing this? Why did you choose to go this route? Why? What's your why? And when I was doing those things, I said my why was my kids. And then when I decided to really work on this entrepreneurship role and just really step out on faith and allow God to lead me, I asked myself, you know, what's my why? Why am I doing this? And I realized it's really not my kids. Like, I love my kids and I really want to provide a great life for them and show them, you know, what I can do and show them what they can do if they just put their minds to it, you know, trust in God, put their faith behind, put their faith in everything and then put their work behind their faith. I want to show them that, but my actual why is because it's me, because I needed to know. I needed to see what I could do. I needed to understand who I am and what my purpose was. So my why was me. And it may sound selfish to some people, and then some people may get it. And the people that get it, they get it. My why is me, because I had to come to the knowledge that I'm worth it. I had to come to the knowledge that I can do this. I had to come to the knowledge that I deserve to dream big. I had to come to the knowledge that I deserve to dream big and then to have the things that I dream of. Because I've been a dreamer. I'm an author, so you know I'm a creative. So I have a very vivid imagination. So I've always been able to dream and to see things bigger than other people can. But I never believed that I could have those things. So they really weren't coming to me because my faith was big. I believed for other people, but for myself, oh no, I could not see myself having any of the things that I dreamed about. Now, oh baby, let me tell you. Let me tell you, if y'all only knew half of the things that I desire to have, the things that I desire to do, y'all would think I'm a psychopath. But it's because my belief system has been changed and my belief system has been altered, and I understand my thought process has changed, and I understand now that so a man thinketh, so is he. It's in the word. And I understand now that I can have what I say if I so believe. That's in the word. I now believe that if I ask God for it, if it's in His will, He's going to give it to me. He said it in His word. So the things that I ask Him for, I can obtain because He has given me access. And now I'm in a position to where I understand that I deserve these things and I deserve to dream big. My kids deserve these things. And you need to be in that same position to understand that you deserve to have what you dream about. But you also need to put together a plan and work that plan, write the vision, make it plain and tarry for it, because there will come a time that it will not tarry. That's Habakkuk 2:2. Just throw that out there just a little bit. I'm sorry, y'all. But you can have that, but you have to just understand that you need a mindset shift. You need a mindset shift, and you need to think upon the things of the Lord. Think upon the positive things. Set your thoughts on the things that are above. I mean, what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose for thinking positively? Please explain that to me. Is there anything that you have to lose if you think positive all the time? Yes, it could be a struggle. But is that struggle worth it? Very much so. Very much so. How do you think that peace is obtained? Your thought process. What you think about. If you're thinking, oh man, I don't feel like going over there because I know that it's going to be some drama, you're going to walk into some drama. But if you go to somewhere with a mindset of, you know what, it's going to be peace over here. We're going to have a good time. We're going to laugh. We're going to talk. We're going to discuss what needs to be discussed. And it's going to go great. Everybody's going to get along and that'll be done. When you walk in, that's exactly what's going to happen, because that's what your mind is. That's where your mind was set. Now, if you're walking into a place and you're expecting trouble, you're expecting disagreements, you're expecting disappointment, you're expecting to be fired, you expect whatever your expectation is exactly what you're going to get, because you're calling that to yourself. So let's not do that. If we're going to call something to ourselves, so let's call healing, perfect health, let's say that. Let's call abundance of wealth. Let's call knowledge. Let's call wisdom. Let's call the fruits of the Spirit. Let's call obtaining everything that God has for us. Let's call all of the positive things that we can call to ourselves, because we know that it's in God's will for us to have it, so we're going to have it. Change your mindset. I really can't express this enough. And I'm really animated with this episode because I know both sides of that. I know what it feels like to basically see how your life can unravel when you're not thinking the right way. And then I also can see how your life can just come together when you are thinking the right way. And I experienced that myself recently. Like I was at a point where I got a little complacent, and I stopped actively thinking about the positive things. I know it comes naturally to me, but there are some things you have to actively do. And I stopped actively doing my part. And then I started expecting not positive things. And those not positive things ended up happening. And then my life began to unravel. Now, granted, God is always in the midst of everything. So He still caught me while I was falling and brought me back up. And it's renewing my life. Renewing things that I thought I lost. It wasn't a loss. It was a closed door. It was time for that door to close for Him to open up a new door. So you have to see things in a more positive light, because if you do, you flip that script and you flip that switch in your mind that says, okay, we're going to stop letting negative things come in and we're going to let positive things come in. Oh, and then positive things are going to come to us. Yes, let's do that. Let's do that. So I admonish you. I just want you guys to just know that you have the power to have a great life. You have the power to bring positive things into your life. But you have to change your thinking. And you have to remind yourself daily that you deserve more. Or whatever it is that you're trying to achieve and you're talking yourself out of it, talk yourself into it and let yourself know that you deserve this. What God has for you is for you. And if He gave you an idea, then He's going to help see you through. So think positive. Focus on the positive things. Adjust your thinking. Change your mindset. Speak. Where it says death lies in the tongue. And most people interpret that as what we do to other people, or what we say to other people. But in actuality, that could be something said to ourselves, because, we speak to ourselves more than we speak to anyone else. We have our own inner thought process going on, and we have to speak life into ourselves. So speak life into yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and just remind yourself that you are chosen for a purpose. That God allowed you to live for a purpose. That you are created with purpose. Like I said, this is a repeated message because it needs to be said and it needs to be heard. Change your thought process. Just try it out. Try changing your mind and try Jesus. And I guarantee you will see the fruition come from that. You will see the betterment of your life come from that. But it all starts with a decision. And it all starts with a decision in your mind. Not you speaking it out of your mouth, but what you say in your mind and the decision that you make in your heart. You can do this. You can have a more positive life. Just change your thought process. And just make sure that when you're changing your thought process, if there are people that are coming around you and they're negative thinkers too, you better let them know. Look, it's all positivity over here. So if you're going to continue with that negative thinking, you're going to have to move around. Because I can't have that around me. I cannot. Okay, I love you, but I'm gonna love you from a distance, because no, we're not doing that over here. Okay, so all in all, adjust your thinking, change your mindset. If you change your mindset, you will definitely change your life. That's today's show. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. Remember, God's grace is sufficient for you. You are covered under the shadow of the Almighty. You are loved. You are treasured. You are valuable. This has been Sufficiently Covered with Tanisha LaShawn. May God continue to protect you. May God continue to keep you. And may God continue to bless you abundantly. Hey guys, thanks again for tuning in to the Sufficiently Covered podcast. If you are enjoying what you are hearing, make sure you leave us a 5-star review. Leave us a comment. Also, subscribe and share the show. We want to expand this community. God bless you all.
Sufficiently Covered Podcast is brought to you by the Grace Restored Transformed Planner, where daily planning meets spiritual transformation with guided weekly activities, daily and monthly planning, and a self-love reflection letter. This planner is sure to have you sufficiently covered. You can purchase your copy and shop around at sufficientlycovered.com. Remember, not only is God's grace sufficient for you, but you are covered in His blood. Happy shopping!